Today was supposed to be a day like any other day, until it wasn't. It all started at 6 a.m. in the morning.
And in the news today, Prince Harry of Wales and his bride, the Duchess of Sussex, have ascended to the throne over the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge, having defeated them in a game of rock, paper, scissors.
In today's morning announcements, the UK government has announced its intent on gaining world domination by kickstarting World War III. And experts believe that children as young as 10 are holding deep resentment to their parents and have a 90% chance of killing their parents at night.
Okay, this is starting to get super weird. There is no way any of this news is real. What the heck is going on?
In today's news, there appears to be an outbreak of Furby attacks on innocent children and their families. More of this one later in the show.
That's it. I can't take this anymore. I am sick and tired of all this fake news, and I've got to do what I've got to do to put an end to all of this. Hello world, this is A. You are being lied to. Everything you've been told is a big fat lie. Do not trust any news source apart from me. There is no World War III, there is no Furby attacks, and there's definitely no Bigfoot. This has been A, over and out, and good night. Every day we see news from a lot of different sources, whether that's on TV or online. But the real question is it real or is it fake? So we asked Oliver Denton, who is a PhD student and an expert on the manipulation of the media, on his take on the situation.
It affects the public because through the mean of politics, if you look at people such as Donald Trump and the way he uses it as a tool to manipulate public opinion and to support his own accord effectively and to use it personally and also politically for the Republican Party as well. It affects politics. You could say it affects politics internally within parties such as the Republican Party. It is a divisive tool. It is dividing the party because they're meant to be supporting somebody like Donald Trump, for example, the president and their own party leader, so to speak. That it's being divided internally, and also it's dividing key issues as well, what people think as well. In terms of journalists, the way they're operating, the way they're relating to the information. Journalists now are, that they're trawling all information now, and social media is going to be a big tool, and that's how fake news is coming about, so to speak. So they're drawing all that information from there to say this is actually happening when it may not actually be happening. It's been more prevalent now because thanks to people like Donald Trump, he could win the fake news trophy. That's what because that is being, so you could see it that particular way, and that's, It's created for a number of reasons, and it could be created for personal gain or wider gain to try and change policy in terms of what's going on in terms of government policy, personal as well, to whip up that sort of hostility against a particular section of society. I would say it affects my research per se, but in terms of the research that I have looked at, just looking at the latter point there, you could term it, some of the research I've been conducting, you couldn't say it's fake news per se, but some of the articles I've been reading, they were published for reasons for political gain.
Okay.
So if I look at that particular route, and if it looks at the 1930s and some of the newspapers I've been looking at.